Hello, welcome to Clutch My Pearls, the podcast where I, Emily, learn all about the smut that my friends are reading. As always, I'm joined with Vanessa and Barbara.
Hi, I have another hair in my lip.
Dog hair?
Maybe.
Kissing on Tyson before you left?
Always.
Oh.
He's a perfect baby boy.
Vanessa had told me last week I have an announcement for the podcast.
Oh, it's not like that big of a deal.
No, drum roll. This is huge. I don't know what it is, but it's going to be fucking life-changing.
It's really, well, actually, it might be life-changing.
Oh, my God.
I started a Pinterest board for the Clutch My Pearls girls.
Ooh.
But it's funny, I have not Pinterested, or whatever you call it, in like 1,000 years. So I felt so clunky. And then I realized that the reason why I'm not really into it is because I get too organizational. So I was like making like a blonde dude board, a brunette dude board. But then I was like, oh, we need long hair. Oh, what if we need brunette
for
with blue
people to
eyes?
choose from.
Yeah, so we could, because sometimes you guys say names and I don't know who we're talking about.
Okay.
That happens
And I
to me a lot.
also feel like there's a lot of new actors that I just don't know their names.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I thought that would be good.
Nice.
But
Is
I'm
that
working
what
on
my
it.
iPad's over?
No, we're actually not going to need it today.
Oh.
We're not going to need any of my announcements today, unfortunately.
Oh.
But,
I'm scared because it's a Vanessa book this week.
I'm so worried. You have been, like, I was thinking about that. Our dance battle is, like, fully fucking on. And I have bowed out and gone, please stop dancing. And you're like, no.
I'll never stop dancing.
It's just like a Jack in the Box. Like,
The bar is closing.
I'm just out. My second announcement is that I have started an Excel spreadsheet for the show.
What's that?
I feel like
I'm not a busy businesswoman. I don't even know what that Excel
Like a
EXC, yeah, I
spreadsheet.
thought like XL, like extra large.
XXX. No, because I feel like you always say whenever we're reading, like, oh, this is a new one when it's like vagina. So I thought we could keep track of the names of things, and maybe we'll have like another column for like, I was thinking of like when, I don't remember what book it was, when he was like the peak of her boob. And I was like, just say
one, like their
nipple.
peaks.
Yeah. That really took us out. Like,
Yeah.
what are you talking about?
So I think it'd be fun to keep track of them
Yeah.
because you always say this is a first, and I'm like, is it? But I think it's also because I read outside
Lots
of the
of other
show.
ones, yeah.
So I thought it'd be fun to keep track.
Ooh.
Obviously, I'll go back and listen to some old episodes.
Right.
But I'll be keeping track from now on. But
Audience
I
can
don't.
also vagina.
It's the vagina
Yes.
spreadsheet.
Our listeners can also help out too.
Yeah,
They'll be like,
maybe
hey,
I'll
in this one,
Post the spreadsheet on our Patreon or
Go
something.
for it.
spread
Yeah.
it, spread it
for it.
open.
Spread it wide.
Is it Excel or is it Google Sheets?
I don't know. I think it was numbers.
So that's probably
It's got to be Google Sheets then, yeah. I was going to be really stunned and maybe make fun of you a little bit if it were actually like Excel and be like,
No, it's not.
what
I don't
are
have
you doing?
I don't have a
paying for
Microsoft.
Microsoft Office.
I did want to say I was going through our reviews, and our reviews are like crazy. Our Spotify is at a 4.9 with 300 reviews.
Dang.
And our Apple, where's my phone? Our Apple is 4.8 stars with 122 reviews.
Let's get those numbers
Let's
up.
get those
Let's
numbers
Yes.
up. I think we could be. I'd love to know the opinions of the. No, I don't want to know the
apples.
fucking 1-star reviews. Actually,
We already do. That was the one where it was like, be less annoying and talk about the books more.
And we
it
were
was
like, we can't.
you got it. Speaking of which,
Sorry.
we got to put that on our chest. 1, be less annoying. 2, talk about smut.
Yeah.
So we haven't got any 1-star reviews because,
We're perfect.
well, no, because they know we can't be less annoying.
Yeah. Sorry.
We've already said we're not going to do that.
Yeah. No,
It's impossible.
we're doing our very best, and this is what you got.
Sorry.
I also
love
wanted to
it.
say we got a really nice email from Anna saying that she loves the podcast.
yes.
Her and her boyfriend listen. I think they drive a lot, but
She also just joined our Patreon. What's
yes,
up?
what's up?
Oh,
Thank you.
you.
But the funniest thing is she was like, I haven't read a book since middle school, and it was Twilight.
Oh, yeah. Love
And
it.
she was saying "'Tis the Season for Revenge" was her favorite episode, and Damien was definitely a book boyfriend.
Yeah, he
which
is.
I totally, that was like my favorite episode. I don't know why, it was just so funny.
babe.
But she said what really broke the bank was Lincoln Daniels, the wrong fucking number.
Oh, my God.
And it made her pick up a book. And she read for the first time since middle school.
She's like,
I love it.
She's like, I love a tracker.
I love that Lincoln Daniels is what put her on the map.
That's
She was like, okay,
so
I will.
amazing.
Yeah.
Yes.
Most unhinged man we've had on the show,
So far.
probably.
The pillow really fucking sent me.
Well, that was Anna's doing.
Anne was pillow. It was stuffed last week.
Anna is the
week
email.
before last. Yeah. Ooh, maybe it's the same. Oh my god.
Oh my god.
She has a real boyfriend.
That's true. All right,
So
that's
does
what it is.
Anne in the book. He's real.
Yeah.
And sometimes he has skin.
Sometimes.
Anyway, moving on.
Still don't. Are you good? Are you good?
I'm done.
I have our merch in.
We have merch.
We have merch. If you go to our link in bio, we have merch. Oh, Lincoln bio.
Lincoln Daniels.
Oh, he's creeping into every part of our lives.
We have a cute little patch that you can iron on stuff. You can also fit it inside of your little Kindle case or something. It says Clutch My Pearls. We also have our Busy Businesswoman patch, which is super cute too. I want to put it on like a little jean jacket. And then we have our hat. So if you don't want to do the Busy Businesswoman, which we have a hat for that, it comes in white as well. We also have just a classic Clutch My Pearls. It doesn't say smut on it because I know that there's some people don't
Incognito.
want that, you know,
Yep.
where you can be like just, you know, a little sneaky snake with that. And then this is the one that Jeff said he was going to wear was a Clutch My Pearls. But he's also like, I'll wear the Busy Businesswoman one. I don't give a fuck. That's my
Love
husband.
that.
And then we also have our tote, which says Clutch My Pearls on one side and Busy Businesswoman on the other side. And then, if you notice my shirt today, is our Businesswoman shirt. In the front, it says Clutch My Pearls. And then if I can't twist all the way around.
You nailed it. It was great. This is how to model, ladies and gentlemen.
For our audio listeners, it's great.
She's
You can
turning.
see-
She's
I'm
turning
turning
real
around.
good.
It's on the back where it says Busy Businesswoman, so people know don't talk to me.
I'm busy.
I'm fucking busy.
Busy.
I'm busy, all right? So yeah, you know, check it out. It's on our link in bio. Everything. We'll add stuff to it as time goes on and as we see how things go and how the flow of that is. And
We're doing it.
as always, we have our Patreon, patreon.com/clutchmypearlspod. You can get episodes a day early. You get the aesthetic video early, so you can kind of get a feel for what's to come. And
Bonus episodes.
bonus
every month.
episodes each month. And really fun, like little chats and stuff. We have a little chat going about people talking about the books that they're reading. It's just like, it's becoming a really cute little community, and we're recognizing the people that comment on stuff. Like earlier, y'all were like, oh, that's that person. Like they
Yeah.
comment on this and that. And, you know, so, you know, we
We're
get to
around.
know you. But Vanessa asked earlier, as always, did I wear my waterproof shoes? Because I'm going to be slipping and sliding out of here if we brought pee pads or
She
dye-dyes.
said she didn't wear anything because she was just going to let it flow.
I was
Right.
going to just whoosh,
What do they call it? Free bleeding?
Yeah.
free inking.
Oh, yeah. She's free inking.
So what do we have from Vanessa this week?
So I'm going to read the synopsis before I tell you the title.
This is always when it's like, God damn it. Okay, I'm cool. I'm ready.
Okay. I have a few friends and fewer allies. What I do have on the island of Neverland is a lot of people who want me gone. So when the crocodile and Captain Hook reappear in my life, I'm in no mood.
Is this the one that I have already read?
No.
Hooked?
No.
Okay, cool.
Is this different than the one you and I talked about?
No.
Oh, wait, it is.
It's the
Yeah.
same.
I read over her shoulder because I was sneaking.
What the fuck?
I don't know anything. It cleared up to where I won't be
You've
as
been
annoying.
out all week.
I was going to say, I don't have any announcements this week because I have had family in town and I'm tired. So what am I in for? Keep going.
Okay. So when the crocodile and Captain Hook reappear in my life, I'm in no mood. And worse, they're unknowingly endangering themselves by asking for me by name. By a name I've long considered dead. And now not only do I have to save myself, but I have to save the two men who I swore I would murder with my bare hands if I ever set eyes on them again.
Yeah.
Considering they abandoned me.
Oh.
Unfortunately for me, Rock and Hook, that's what they call the crocodile, Rock,
Of course.
and Hook have other plans. And when I've caught myself between them, I have to make a decision.
Is it ROC or ROCK?
ROC.
Let's make that better.
Because it's
I think it's worse.
crocodile.
You think that? I feel like ROC.
I just think it's not good.
Well, you can't call him crocodile.
Well, I like that also whenever I first saw that, because I was totally reading over his shoulder, that I was like, "Ugh, is it like a real crocodile man?" And you're like, no, it's just a guy.
Okay, thank God. Because
Yeah,
that was me going like,
He's a real man.
Does he wear a lot of alligator, like crocodile, like
yeah, like
attire?
everything's like leopard print or like animal something's everywhere.
He wears
like a little crocodile boots?
all black
Yeah.
suits.
I don't think so. I think he's wearing.
I actually have some fan art on the iPad prepared for you, so you can look at that when I'm done with this.
Oh my
Okay.
Okay,
I
so
wonder what her name is.
I have to make a decision, risk my heart or risk my life.
Both.
The book is called Devourer of Men.
Devour or devourer?
Devourer.
Devourer.
Yeah, it's a mouthful.
Devourer.
It's by Nikki St Crowe, and it came out May 14th.
Oh, this year?
Oh, shit.
Oh, hot off
Wait.
the presses.
This is, you sent us that TikTok that was like the title of your last book that you're reading
Is
is
the
the
name of your
nickname
coochie.
for
Oh
your
my God.
vagina, and you're like Devourer of Men.
Oh, yeah. I was like, mine is a mind hunter.
Or what was the
like
other one?
Like the daughter of a serial killer or something. So I read a lot of nonfiction.
Oh, no.
So this is all Peter Pan.
Yes.
Is it Peter
Wendy.
Pan or is it Wendy?
So this is actually, the author wrote 4 books before this one.
Okay.
About Peter Pan, and the main character is called Winnie. Darling. And it's actually 200 years from the time of Wendy, Darling. I'm kind of going to get into the book a little bit because it's kind of important.
So who is the main person in this book?
Wendy.
Is it the Wendy or is it like a descendant of Wendy?
The Wendy.
So
okay.
I'm utterly confused about the timeline.
the previous
but
books
okay.
were before, and then this is original Wendy.
So let's say the movie
Hook.
is the prequel. No. Disney.
The animated movie.
Okay, but they're not children.
Of course.
They're adults.
Right, yeah.
Yeah. They never say what her name is. They just call her the original Darling, and Wendy is actually her daughter. So in this reality, Wendy is in love with Peter Pan and she dies. So she's never really talked about, and Wendy is her daughter, and they end up kidnapping her,
Who kidnaps her?
Peter Pan, to find his shadow.
Okay.
So it's kind of a long story.
It's
but
hard because I'm mixing in like Hook and Peter Pan.
Well,
and
it is. It's all pretty accurate as far as like the prequel to the story.
It's
just
historically accurate.
No,
Do
I
these
meant
people
like
live for hundreds of years?
yes.
Okay,
Okay,
it
they would
doesn't
have
exist
to
in-
because I'm like,
They're more. Peter
Okay.
Pan is immortal.
Because remember when they go back, when in Hook, Robin Williams goes back and they're like, you got old, and all the Lost Boys are all still the same age.
You never age in Neverland.
Because it's Neverland, duh. And then
so Peter Pan 200 years ago is with someone, the original Darling.
Yes.
She dies.
Tinkerbell kills her.
Okay.
Dang.
Okay.
They hide his
200
shadow.
years later.
Okay, so the whole entire time, the whole 200 years,
Yeah.
they stay kidnapping Darling women.
They just keep going like, you're up.
Well, basically, when they turn 18, they kidnap them and they take them to Neverland and they go into their brain to try to find the memories of the shadow of the original Darling.
is they
Whoa.
Peter Pan?
Yes, and the Lost Boys.
Okay.
Okay.
Because then, are you familiar with Hook, the movie?
Yes.
Because when I was talking to her, she was like, I
haven't seen it.
ever.
No,
Oh.
like since it came out.
Oh, I was like, what?
I haven't seen it since it came out.
Because I feel like whenever I was asking earlier, like, because you also were like, I don't know if I'm going to do this for the show. So that's where I was like, I'm going to ask questions. That's when because in Hook, Hook kidnaps the kids and takes them.
Right.
In the original animated, does Peter Pan takes the
takes
kids?
them to Neverland.
They're flying around.
Nana, remember the dog
Yeah.
with her cute little hat? Is she in this?
No.
Oh.
Maybe the crocodile.
Oh. Now, are people fearful? Now, this whole family, they're like, God, every time this kid turns 18, we lose it.
So the
Are they aware?
women know like what is happening to them, but when they come back from Neverland, they're kind of fucked up. And everybody thinks that they're crazy because they're like, I was kidnapped and taken to this
Aliens.
island.
Just like my mother, just like my grandmother.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And so they
So they grab every descendant who is a woman and they go do mind experiments to be like, do you have the shadow, whatever? Okay. And then they're like, okay, you don't, get out. And then they send them back and
To
they're
the
like,
mortal realm.
I'm utterly fucking confused about reality
Yes.
and Neverland.
Did time go on were they gone for a couple days or were they gone for
It just
no time?
depends. Everybody's different.
Okay, so
everybody's different, Emily.
No, I'm just saying sometimes they're gone for a day, sometimes they're gone for a month.
But
it's basically like they're torturing them to get the memories out of their brain.
So funny.
Peter's doing that?
Well, it's not actually
It's the Lost
Peter,
Boys?
but it's Peter, the Lost Boys, and Tinkerbell's daughter.
Tinkerbell.
Who's the
She didn't
father?
get-
Of who?
Tinkerbell's daughter.
A king, a fairy king.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
She gets mad at Peter, kills the original darling.
Great. Good plan.
And marries a king.
Is it because
Excellent.
she was in love with Peter?
Yes.
Because it wasn't a thing where she pouted because she didn't get enough attention?
Yeah.
Maybe
Yes.
not the healthiest coping mechanism, but that's
No.
fine. You know.
I think because they're like more like adults in this story, obviously because they're banging.
I
Right.
would hope so.
Well, I'm just saying everybody's a little more older, and then
Yeah.
Tinkerbell's not tiny; she's regular sized.
Okay.
And the crocodile's not a crocodile; he's a real man.
Of course.
But did he take off Captain Hook's hand?
Yes. So
Did he bite it
here's where the story gets interesting. So when the original darling is killed,
Yeah.
and then her daughter Wendy turns 18, they kidnap her,
Right.
go into her brain. Captain Hook kidnaps Wendy to piss Peter off.
Yeah.
And the crocodile was in love with her.
Oh.
Oh.
And so he bit off his hand because Hook and Wendy end up falling in love too.
So he was like, that sucks.
Yeah, so he bit his hand off. So in the story,
But he actually bit it off.
Yes, he ate it.
Mike Tyson, actual man, crocodile,
So
biting
he's
a
a
hand. A hand.
Does
He is a beast, man. He's like a shapeshifter.
Now it comes out.
And that's why they call him the Devourer of Men, because he actually eats
He's like a carnivore.
men. Yes.
Are we rooting for him romantically in
Who
this?
do we root
Yes.
for? Because he's a bad boy?
Yeah, so
Does he wear a clock? Does he have a clock?
yes, he does. And
I'm out because that's so fucking distracting.
Is it like a pocket watch or is it inside of him that you
it's
hear
a
the
pocket
clock?
watch, but it's more of a countdown of when he needs to eat.
It's his biological clock.
Shit.
So as the time goes down, it gets closer, and he's like, "I need to feed."
Somebody give me a hand.
Ooh,
Yeah.
Does the ticking get louder?
No, it's not like that.
Okay.
It's
Yeah.
not like that.
It's not like that. Get real.
Oh my god.
So is Rufio in this?
No.
Okay.
So the Lost Boys are actually twin princes that
Oh.
had their wings taken away by Tinkerbell's daughter.
Oh my god, I hate when that happens.
They're Tinkerbell's sons,
I didn't
actually.
know that they ever had wings.
I-
Good. What about John Boy and
Who?
like the little boys?
No. There's
They're never in here.
No.
Of course not.
No.
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 In their little nighties.
Now, is the guy who plays Hook the same actor as
No.
the father? Because that was pretty cool in the movie Hook.
Oh.
Oh. What?
Dustin Hoffman was
What am I thinking
Robin
of?
Williams.
Robin
No,
Williams was
okay,
Peter.
I'm thinking of a different movie. Wasn't there a movie where the father was the same actor as the bad guy Hook? All right, all of this we'll just.
I really should have watched these movies before.
Honestly, it's been so fucking long. I haven't
There
watched it
is
since
a
you've watched
movie
it.
where that is that.
Right? Like, doesn't
there
that
is
happen
something
somewhere?
that you're like, oh, that's him. But
I don't know.
no, I don't think
Because it's like
Dustin
a different
Hoffman did.
universe, so they don't realize that
Right.
it's the same guy.
Barbara's hungover again, kids.
Yeah.
It's fine.
I'm not
We're
actually.
good. You're emotionally hungover.
So,
Back to Croc.
Wait,
So-
okay. So the latest darling descendant, does she have a name?
Winnie.
Winnie.
Winnie,
Yes.
not
Now-
Wendy.
No.
Are they
Winnie.
all W names? All the descendants?
No.
She just happens to be.
Winnie's mom's name was Mary.
Well, she's clearly not. Why even bother with the mind
Well,
torture?
Yeah.
she gets kidnapped too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a rite of passage for
Yeah.
them.
Yes. But Wendy is Winnie's like great grandmother.
Yeah.
And Peter Pan was supposed to take her home to the mortal land, but he ended up dropping her off on some island, and she was pregnant at the time. He never told anybody, and now 200 years later, they find out, and so they want to go rescue Wendy. And so that's where this book comes in.
Okay.
There's 4 other books. It's really not important. I'm just telling you more of the backstory.
Who was pregnant and abandoned, and then
Wendy.
And so all the
Original Wendy.
Yes.
all the descendants who are kidnapped are descendants of Peter Pan and Wendy's love child.
No.
Right, of course.
Wendy was in love with Hook.
Right.
Is that who she banged to have all these descendants? Oh, these are all Hook babies. Off the hook.
Is Hook also sort of like romantically involved with
Does Hook fuck?
The crocodile.
Oh, what? Hook and the Croc
Hook and the
fuck?
crocodile, but not Hook and Winnie, right?
Hook and Winnie, Hook and Crocodile.
Hook and Winnie, his descendant?
Original Wendy.
What?
Does Hook fuck?
I'm getting very confused by the names all being the same.
Peter Pan
Hook
is
and-
fucking Winnie.
Okay. Oh.
But Hook doesn't fuck Winnie. Hook fucks Wendy.
Wendy.
Right.
Original.
Okay,
Yeah,
back in the
okay.
past. But current,
Yes.
this book, Hook is not fucking his great-great-grand.
No,
Okay, that's what I thought you were saying. I was like,
No. He's looking for Wendy.
So
Of course,
Hook and
yeah.
Croc are this, and Peter are all the same from a billion years.
Yeah.
Because they don't age.
this is
in
a
Neverland,
ride
of course.
shoes with Peter Pan.
Yes.
Now, does
Well,
Croc
no,
fuck
the
Peter?
original series is a wide shoes.
And this one is-
Winnie fucks Peter and all the Lost Boys.
Winnie.
Wendy is on another island, and she's in love with Hook and Croc.
And this book is about
Wendy, Crocodile, and Hook.
Wendy.
Wendy.
Okay.
That's why I'm getting confused. I thought
Okay,
this
so
book was
we're-
about Winnie.
No.
We're back 200
Sorry.
years to the original. No, Wendy.
I hope everyone's enjoying this episode.
I hope you're fucking tracking along.
What?
This is
This
why
is
I need my
Maybe I
whiteboard
should have
where I'm
left
like,
all that out then.
Wendy. No. It's cool. It's fun. I'm learning so much about this universe.
The whole time, Croc and Hook think that Wendy is dead because they
But
thought...
Wendy is alive.
No. They thought Wendy went back to the mortal land,
Right.
so they thought it's
She's
been 200
gone.
years.
But
she's
she's
dead.
been hanging out on an island.
She's been on Everland.
So that's why she's like, they abandoned me, but now they're back.
Yes.
And they're all gonna fuck.
So she didn't die.
No.
Right. Because time went on 200 years. And so she's like, oh, hey, you're my great kid. Do they ever meet?
No.
Oh,
Not as far as the books are concerned.
So we don't even need to know about Winnie.
No, it was more just like I want. Cause I'm
We're
trying
building
to
the universe.
tell you how we build up to the book. I know.
I'm into this. This is the level of like this is what I need to know because you just saved me 3 fucking books that I'm like I'm
Of course.
locked in. But I have a million questions.
The 4 books about Peter Pan and Winnie are insane. They're so good. They're so raunchy. It's a very dark Peter Pan because he doesn't have his shadow. He like can't go out during the day. He drinks a lot.
Like a vampire.
It is. It's very good. And then there's another character who is the brother of the crocodile. Who everybody loves the brother and crocodile. They're everybody's favorite characters.
Crocodile's little brother.
Yeah, his name's Vane, something like that. Vane.
V-A-N. What is it?
Vane.
V-A-I-N.
Like the salon?
V-A-N-E.
Yeah, Vane.
V-A-N-E.
Not important.
Question. Why did you tell us that we don't need to cast anyone for this? Because it sounds like there's a whole lot of people that need
Well, only
references.
because it's like use your imagination for Wendy. It really doesn't matter. But
What does she look like?
there is
Anything you want, I guess. Oh, the fan art.
There's fan art for the crocodile. This is, I think she's like a Russian. She's from Russia.
He looks like any like DC comic.
Yeah.
He's got a crocodile mouth tattooed on his neck.
Whoa. And then his hand is
I don't know what it is.
he smokes cigs.
He smokes a lot of cigs and he eats peanuts, like the whole entire book. It's weird.
Peanuts and hands.
What?
Why do crocodiles
Yeah.
want peanuts?
I don't know.
Is it that he's like shaking them and putting them in his
Yeah,
mouth?
he's literally like cracking them like in the shell.
That's so weird. That's really taking me out. I can't reconcile that with this, like, eats people and he's like, oh, my peanuts. Like, I don't know.
Like, I
It
need
just seems
protein. Is there ever a time that they're like, Croc was here, the shells are on the floor?
Actually, yeah.
Oh, Jesse.
Yeah. So in the book,
That's his way of, instead of hearing the little ticking of the clock, whenever Hook would hear it and go like, ooh.
Do
yeah.
they find out, oh man, this person's allergic to peanuts and now they're dead, so he better eat the body?
Is Smee in this?
Yes, but she's a woman.
Oh.
And it's
Smee is a she.
Quick question for our active listener, Alyssa. It's Smee, right?
Not Shmee.
Shmee? Okay, cool. Yeah, I just wanted to...
SME.
S-M-E-E. Not Bob Haskins as Shmee.
No.
That's
So-
for a select group of our audience. Crossover.
3.5 people are going to go, oh, I know that.
So what other
How
what
do
other
they get to,
is
like-
this the only fan art
So
that I have?
yeah. So in the book, in the original books, Tinkerbell's daughter obviously has access to all the memories from the Darlings, and that's how she finds out that Wendy's still alive. And so she uses that info against Peter Pan because they don't like each other.
Is she still secretly in love with him though?
Tinkerbell's dead. This is her daughter.
Oh.
Right.
So she uses this. She uses.
We knew that.
Of course,
we remembered
of
you
course.
telling us.
She uses the information to bring Crocodile and Hook to her side to battle against Peter Pan.
Okay.
Because she's like, Peter Pan's known this for 200 years, that Wendy's still alive and that she was pregnant with Hook's baby and he left her there. And she, in the memory, she's like, tell Hook where I am. Tell him to come find
They took
me.
the baby back to
Shmi actually
nighttime.
finds out that she's pregnant and she's like in jail or something. Takes the baby back to the mortal land to hide the baby away from Peter Pan.
Classic.
So that he'll think that
So Peter's
the
kind of
lion
bad.
died. Yeah. Well, he needs his shadow back.
He needs his shadow.
Where did his shadow? Who took his? I don't understand the shadow.
I don't think we need to understand. Let's just go. Oh, of course.
In the movie, he
That's what-
shows
that's the
up
whole thing.
because the shadow is dancing around their bedroom. Remember?
Right.
And she wakes up and he's like trying to sew it to his shoe or something.
yeah.
Shit.
We should watch that.
Oh, wait, that we need
It's
to watch
literally the
this.
most fucking important part of the whole entire
That
movie.
is right. But then the things that I remember is like, oh, remember when the hook went along the wall? And then Arrested Development, where it's like, you're a crook, Captain Hook. Judge, won't you
Yes.
throw the book.
I hope everyone's
At
enjoying this
the
episode. How
Fucking
do we
A.
get to fucking?
Yeah,
Okay,
so then they fuck.
So because they're like kind of on the same side now, even though they're like enemies.
Right. Okay. So, Crocodile, Rock, and Hook, he bit his hand off. But now they're like, I understand, and also we found Wendy. So like,
they hate fuck?
let's be bros.
Not in the first books.
Okay.
But Hook like constantly saves the crocodile. Like he gets hurt and he saves him and he like nurses him back to health.
Feeds
like
him his
Batman.
peanuts.
Oh, yeah. He's
Well,
like, here,
and
eat my dick.
Actually, he was actually pouring blood down his throat because that's how you
Yeah.
satiate him, I guess. I don't
Yeah,
know.
that's one of the first steps in first response, like CPR.
Yes.
Blood down the
Blood.
throat.
Well, he's a
Bloody.
beast who eats people, so he needs a little blood to sustain. But anyways, he's constantly like saving him, even though he's talking about murdering him the whole time.
Yeah, only I can kill you, not something else.
Exactly.
I
He's
love that
like,
dynamic.
this isn't enough. Like,
Yeah.
if I'm gonna kill him, I want him to know that it's me, and I'm not
I
gonna
wanna
kill
do it.
him when he's half dead.
He's got control.
But I'm
issues.
going to fuck him a few times
He's
before I do it.
always in the books. He's always like referencing how good looking he is.
Yeah, and he wants to
How
fuck him to death, right?
Physique, you know.
Do they have rough sex?
Yeah.
Why'd you
Yes.
get all?
Because okay, so I have a love-hate relationship with this book. I fucking loved the first 4 books. It's so good.
Yeah.
But this book just felt really rushed, especially because everybody wanted this. Everybody wanted to see this dynamic, and it was just not. It was very rushed, and it didn't seem very like believable.
I wonder if that's something where it's like the double-edged sword of kind of doing things for like
The
for
fans.
the fans. But to where that's not where the author's mind was, and that they're like, everyone wants this, let me go ahead and do it.
I
Every
feel like there's a lot
fan-
of build-up.
Every fan builds up in their head what they want it to
Yes.
be, and then when it's different, they go, "That's wrong." Like
Yeah.
it's just yeah.
I feel like what probably would have been helpful is the backstory, because throughout the 4 books, we're only told the story of Wendy, Hook, and Crocodile 200 years ago. So it's only kind of mentioned in passing. But I felt like it would have been good to give us their story 200 years ago when Hook kidnapped her, how they fell in love, because
Yeah.
there's really no...
So there still isn't a book that's of that time.
No.
Interesting.
It's all just mentioned. So
Things that help to connect storylines. I assume.
Yeah, so at all the books have kind of big cliffhangers at the end. They're only 200 something pages.
Yeah, I was gonna say how
Oh
many
wait, when
pages
did
is
they
this one?
fuck?
Oh, there's 222 pages.
Who did she fuck
Wait a minute,
first?
222. I love that.
Yeah.
Ooh.
222. You want to guess the first come?
Who?
89.
Who are we talking about fucking first?
Wendy.
Too?
Rock and Hook
Fuck.
Is the first fuck?
is the first coming.
Okay, 34.
Oh.
I was gonna say 89, but I'm saying 34.
I'm gonna go 72.
59.
59.
I got it. Oh my God.
What'd you choose?
34.
34.
That's
I
so
nailed
close.
But Rock, Wendy, and Hook fuck also.
Yeah.
So
They're soulmates.
This
At
is
the-
when. Okay, I'm so sorry once again.
no, you're fine.
This timeline is
Oh God.
So
not 200 years prior, because we
No.
don't fully know
This is
about
current
that.
day.
This
She's
is that
pissed that they didn't come get her 200
they
years ago.
go to the other island to be like, oh my God, you
Where
are
are
alive.
you?
Do you know what
Girl.
we've been doing to
well,
all your
they
descendants?
they don't know. Well, no, it's not them. It's Peter Pan.
Right. Do
and
you know
them
what
doing that.
Peter's been doing to the descendants?
They do know. She does
Tinkerbell's
know.
daughter was like, hey, FYI.
Yeah.
She's been going to check in on Wendy.
No, but she knows. She knows.
She knows.
She knows.
Of
course.
But at the end of the last book, basically the battle is over. Peter Pan gets his shadow back. Hook and Crocodile lose, and Peter Pan's basically like, get the fuck off my island and take the crocodile with you.
Damn.
And Hook is already like, I'm going to Neverland anyways. I'm looking for Wendy.
Yeah.
Crocodile is kind of in that coma state
Of course.
because that's what happens after he turns into a beast, and he leaves him on Neverland.
Oh.
And so he goes,
Betrayal.
he sails to Everland. He gets there. He's asking around about Wendy, but nobody knows who she is. They don't recognize the name.
She's like incognito, kind of.
Yes.
Okay.
And so the crocodile shows up and he finds Captain Hook. Captain Hook comes home and he walks up to his it's like a hotel it's like an inn.
Okay.
Okay.
He walks up to the door and there's like peanut shells all over.
That's how he
the stoop.
knows.
And it's almost like the TikTok.
He's like, it's Texas Roadhouse.
So he tries to stay up all night to wait for the crocodile, and he falls asleep, and the crocodile just lets himself in, and he wakes up and
Yeah,
he's
it
just
is.
sitting there. So there's lots of like
Eating his
banter
nuts.
between them. He likes to rile him up.
Yeah, he does.
He's kind of similar in the movies where, you know how the Hook was always like real anxious. It's kind of the same thing. So
Okay.
crocodile definitely likes to rile him up.
Right.
Question.
Mhm.
Which body part of Wendy's does the crocodile eat?
None.
Ooh, none.
He doesn't even go down on her?
No.
Get it?
Oh, he can't.
Get it?
Oh. Does he go down on her when she's on her period?
No.
He needs blood.
He just shoves peanuts up there and gets them back out.
Oh my
no. I just clutched my own pearl.
Oh my God. So they end up deciding to work together to try to find out where she is.
Of course. Okay.
And he's like,
Naturally.
I know somebody whose grandmother was locked up in jail with someone named Wendy, and we think it might be her, and I'm gonna go meet up with her. Come with me. So they go to this like I don't know, what do you call it?
Jail.
No, it's like a restaurant.
Restaurant.
Wow.
Yeah, but what do they call it
In my
Chicken
mind,
shack.
like the places that they're at is the inside of Pirates of the Caribbean.
Yes, 100%.
Perfect.
Like they're at the part where the people are chasing
The
around.
like
yeah.
Blue
Yes.
Lagoon restaurant, whatever the fuck it is.
So they stop in one of those.
Stopping at
Yeah.
the Blue Lagoon.
Yes. And it's run by fairies, and so when they get
course.
in there,
Yeah.
there's like magic everywhere, and
Yeah.
so it's almost the way they described it. It sounded like ecstasy.
It's kind of like intoxicating because you get like the
Yes.
fairy dust.
That's
on
like
you.
when you're on Pirates of the Caribbean and you smell the water and you're like,
Oh
oh,
yeah, the little mist. We should go to Disneyland.
We should.
Yeah, like this fall.
All right,
please.
let's turn the cameras off. Let's go now.
Bye.
Oh my God, it's too hot, and they're having a heat wave, of course.
There is like we need to figure out how to be part of it. Maybe y'all can help us, audience. There are all these like really cool like little book cons that they have. There's one I think called Steamy Lit Con that
Ooh.
I was like, that would be so fun if we could figure out how to go there.
Yeah.
Like what if
Well, you just buy tickets.
no, like what if we were there, like
We
as
get a
like
little booth.
had a
as-
booth,
yeah, you
or
just
like
rent-
had a
you
like
just buy a booth.
and then we could have like a little meetup, or like we could like do stuff there. But
Yeah.
if
If we just
anybody
sit
knows
there and
anything-
read and people could stand nearby and go, they're reading. Wow.
yeah, and I'm looking over your shoulder going, who's that? Who's that? What they do?
Devourer of Men.
What is that? Anyways, a lot of times they're in Anaheim next to Disneyland, so we could do that there. But
Ooh, now
let's
we're
just like
thinking.
we should go scope it out first.
Now
Scope
we're
it.
thinking like a busy businesswoman.
Look at me. Look, it's read my
Twist.
shirt.
Yeah.
You are actually sitting in a chair that spins.
No.
No, I will knock over
Everything in this lawn.
Everything is balanced very carefully. I can barely kick my little foot.
Okay, so they drop
Anyways.
ecstasy at Pirates of the Caribbean.
Yes. Yeah. And of course, The Rock is The Rock.
The Rock. Yes. Okay. So The Rock is Croc. Got it. That's there.
No.
You were like, we can't
Wait.
cast anyone. Too
Wait,
late.
and Hook is Stone Cold Steve Austin? Eric, who doesn't listen.
Yes.
Okay, so
It's Peter who doesn't have his shadow because he's all dark and angry. The Undertaker.
yes, we need a
course.
female wrestler for Wendy.
Of course.
China. No, that might be Tinkerbell.
I
China
think-
rib gone too soon.
Okay.
Not remember China?
So
I'm trying to listen to the story, Emily.
I'm trying to keep my timeline straight.
I'm like, China.
yeah.
Is that Princess Xena? Oh. Okay, anyways.
Ecstasy.
So he's thinking that Rock is super hot and he has a boner.
Oh, yeah. He's hard up for him.
And
Does he have a hook?
Yes.
Okay.
They meet up with the girl who's
Oh, like a hook dick? He probably has that too. That's probably where he got the name.
It's real curved.
Yeah. He's like, if I bite that off.
Oh my God. Okay.
They meet up with the girl whose grandma was in jail with Wendy.
Right.
And it's not a lot of very important information, but basically they said that she was pregnant. Something happened to the baby. Obviously, we know it was taken away by Shmi. And then they tried to execute her, but she wouldn't die.
Wendy won it?
Yeah. And so obviously
She's so tough.
Well, she's obviously
She's not like other girls. She can't die.
She's not like the other girls.
She's obviously picked up magic somewhere along the way, because it's 200 years later and she's not dead and she wouldn't die. So something's up.
Yeah.
But it's funny when the girl's leaving, he's like, is that all you can remember? And she's like, yeah, but if you want to come back to my room, maybe we'll see what shakes loose. And he's like, sorry, the only person I'm fucking tonight is this guy.
Oh, shit.
Ooh,
Yeah.
The Rock.
No, the Hook.
So Croc said that about Hook. And he went, his
Well, he
little
was like,
mustache
no,
probably
you're
twirled
not.
out.
But then they do.
Yeah, then they do.
Yeah, they do.
He's like,
So
you wish.
they leave and they get mugged by some thieves or whatever. And The Rock obviously saves his life.
Of course.
And
Peanut shells in your face.
From the top rope.
His little fanny pack has peanuts in it.
There's no fanny packs.
In The Rock wears a fanny pack in the infamous photo of him.
Oh, the turtle and the little fan, the jewelry.
Yeah. That's The Rock.
This aesthetic video is going to be unhinged. So, the Hook has some weird thing about blood, and if he sees his own blood, he like passes out, and so he gets sliced across the belly by one of the guys, and
Using his own hook.
Oh, fuck.
so Rock is trying to help him, and
Suck all the blood out.
Ooh, yeah.
well, he ends up bandaging him up, but then
And like licking his fingers. Like
he's so anxious that he kisses him.
I do that when I'm anxious.
Yeah.
Watch out.
And Hook is like, what are you doing? But then he's like, this is amazing. And he kisses the crocodile back.
Oh my God.
Is this the first time they've fucked?
The first time they've kissed.
Oh, they've fucked, but they won't kiss.
No. They haven't fucked at this point.
No.
I thought maybe they fucked in the past.
That's what I thought as well.
No.
Like, they didn't kiss
Nothing ever happened between them
So
other
this
than
is
just some
their-
banter.
This is first. Oh.
So he invites him back to his room.
Yeah.
And he's like, it's funny because the crocodile asks him, like, are you sober? Like, is this really what you want to do? And it so reminds me of Xander because he's like, I'm about to ruin you
Yeah.
for anyone else,
Get fucking
basically.
ready.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
So,
Peanuts are never going to taste the same.
yeah. So this is where the first coming and the crocodile blows Hook.
Oh,
Okay.
shit.
Okay.
And they definitely talk about how, like, the power struggle between, you know, like, even though you're the one on your knees, like, the vulnerability of putting your wiener in someone's
in
mouth.
the mouth of someone who eats people,
We're not reading right
who
now.
has full of blood.
Yeah.
Devours like yum. We're not reading right now. You are, but
We're about to. So he starts bleeding again. He has to stitch him up. They don't really get to do anything else. He goes
Damn
to
it.
sleep.
Edging.
Yeah, and then the crocodile leaves. I know I'm not going to say that anymore.
okay.
He leaves, and when he comes back, someone's following him, and they end up being arrested by royal guards.
Royal guards.
They're taken to the castle. Wendy is the queen.
What?
What?
She does not go by Wendy anymore. She goes by Wendelin.
Why are they okay? Yep. Windolin,
I think it's
nickname
because-
Winnie.
They're like, never heard of Winnie, never heard of
Wendelin.
Wendy, but we have Queen Wendelin.
Well,
She's
Wendy,
been hanging out for like 200 years. She never
The-
ages. It's very weird.
I was kicking the
You
camera.
breaking stuff?
the darling name is pretty infamous.
Yeah.
In the islands.
Yeah.
in the
And
lands.
so anybody that is associated with Peter Pan is considered an enemy to basically anybody. And so they changed her name to get her away from Peter Pan. And so that
To Wendelin.
yeah.
And then in the meantime, she became queen.
The king married her I think because
Who is the king?
I don't. They don't say.
Is he related to Tinkerbell's husband?
No,
he's
this
the
is another
Undertaker.
island. So every island has
Who's
a
the
king.
guy that just got? Who's like the main guy from WWE?
You're asking me like I should know. Thank
the
God.
guy with the white hair.
Sting.
I don't think he has white hair.
Oh.
Sting is the one that's always up in the rafters and he jumps down. Maybe he's.
I'm thinking of the guy who just got like canceled for like Me Too stuff. Like the main guy, Vince McMahon.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Oh.
Good. White hair. You're thinking of woo.
Yeah.
That
Oh yeah. Oh my
kicking
God.
everything.
I know, you're-
I'm just trying to adjust my seat, and I'm wearing shorts, so
Ric
my
Flair.
fucking
Ric Flair.
There we go.
Flair.
Woo! Fucking hell. Okay.
So
Okay.
Why does anyone listen to the show?
40 minutes in, and I don't know what the fuck. I'm like,
I have
Okay.
like 2 more things, and then we're gonna read.
Emily, hold your horses.
She's obviously in trouble.
obviously.
oh fuck.
She's confused why they're together because they're mortal enemies.
Right.
Then she's also jealous because she's like,
I want to fuck.
well, she's like, I just want to be with him. Not
Yeah.
so much. She doesn't think that they're fucking, but then they go to like they stay the night and they go to dinner, and literally she can tell that something is going on between them.
Yeah.
Because they dress up and the crocodile comes in.
There, I am also picturing them in Peter Pan outfits with their little high heels and like the little white stockings and like the curly
No,
little wigs.
they're
where
in
they're like,
suits.
"Hello."
She's in the blue dress. Like for
Yeah,
sure.
she's in a blue nightie with a little ribbon. Got it.
So yeah, she's jealous. She can tell something's going on between them.
Uh-huh.
And this is where we're gonna read.
And she's not even in love with Ric Flair.
Yeah, Ric Flair. Ric Flair is the king, and so
Fuck, I'm never doing another fantasy book.
now
I
is
thought I
she-
was saving this just for Patreon. Sorry.
Has she
it's
been-
happening here too.
Has she been fucking Ric Flair? King Ric Flair?
No, they've never slept together.
She's like, I'll be your
Wait,
queen.
He's
He married her. She was like, no.
basically
Married and like not. Is he in the closet?
He
But he has to
thinks-
marry someone
I
for the
think
kingdom.
he's dying, so he's
Rip.
not even
Great.
around.
Rip, Rick.
But
Woo!
I think fuck. I think
Did you think this was gonna
I
go
don't know
into
what
wrestling?
I thought. I didn't think it was gonna be wrestling. But I think I really fucked myself when I said The Rock.
We got you. Yeah, we're like,
we were fucked well before
Yeah,
that.
that's true.
but
Okay.
that is helping me a lot. So, are we ready to read now?
We're reading. So the dinner is over.
Uh-huh.
They're back in their room.
Just the two boys.
Just the 2 boys.
Oh.
Wendy's like, I guess I'll go back to my castle and go to
She
sleep.
danced with The Rock. God damn it. She danced with Rock at the ball. And she was
At
basically
WrestleMania, got
like, why didn't... They danced in the ring at WrestleMania.
Yeah.
And she...
The clothesline was like, boom. And then she...
Tinkerbell's daughter is Stephanie McMahon, who's
Oh,
married
okay.
to Triple H. So this is all.
Got it.
Yeah.
So, you know too much about wrestling.
Hi, Eric.
Hi, Eric.
Doesn't
Wish you
listen.
listened.
But Eric can tell you a lot
Wish you
about Taylor
listened.
Swift. So you know what? That's what marriage is.
You know
That
what?
is true.
Half of this audience, too, knows how to get in touch with Eric, so you can let him know to listen to
I
Don't
like
do
how
that. He will
somebody-
block you.
I like how somebody said, I'm going to let the boys know that Eric's named after Prince Eric
Oh,
from
yeah.
The Little Mermaid.
Please do. He's gonna be so fucking confused.
Okay, so
They're home from the ball.
they're home. Yeah, so
Kicking their little heels
Wendy actually was dancing with the crocodile, and she was like, "What happened? Why did you abandon me?" He kind of tells her, "We didn't know that you weren't here. We didn't even, or
We
that
thought you
you
were
were
dead."
here. We thought you were dead." Literally, anytime they talk about her, they talk about her in the past tense because she's dead. But
Rip. R.I.P.
she basically runs off.
Cinderella.
Yeah, that's exactly where I went. It is 100%. I didn't want to say it. Where I was like, click, 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 click.
Yeah.
She runs off, and Hook goes after her.
The pumpkin.
Yes, it's midnight.
Finds a
They find the
shoe.
glass slipper.
Yeah.
And no one's bleeding yet.
No.
Not yet.
So he goes back to the room.
He's like,
Crocodile.
guess she went home. Want to go back to the room?
He said he couldn't find her. And Crocodile's getting out of the shower, and he's naked.
He's naked.
Okay.
Oh God.
So who is in what font?
Don't pay too much attention to
let's
the
just see what
colors.
happens.
Blue is Croc. Okay.
No,
I trust you to just go
Don't
for
worry
it.
about the colors because it's not important. But this
is
is
not from
from
anyone's POV.
Hook's
Hook's
POV.
POV.
Yeah.
Perhaps a great. I don't even know what Hook's voice would be.
You'll find it as you go.
He sounds like a
Perhaps
pirate.
the greater revenge is in seeing the
What?
crocodile. That's like the animated Hook, and maybe a little bit of Dustin Hoffman. In this scene, the crocodile come undone because of me. I suddenly want nothing more than to hear him come.
You sound like Count Chocula.
Yeah, I'm
A
Captain
one, a two.
To hear his grunts, feel his hips grinding against me. I want that arrogant prick to find himself desperate for me. He must read the look on my face because he gestures back behind me with a flick of his finger and says, "Close the door, Captain." That's crocodile.
Oh, that's okay.
I can't keep it up. I'm sorry.
Yeah, please don't.
I appreciate it. Thank you.
I take 3 steps to the door and shove it closed. Ooh. When I turn around, the crocodile is there.
The crocodile.
The crocodile. Having crossed the room and on silent bare feet, "That's a good boy," he tells me. And then his mouth is crashing into mine. Crash into me. Dave Matthews starts playing in the background.
Great. At the ball.
At the ball. He groans into my mouth, and the sound is like a symphony to my ears.
Yeah, because he's a crocodile, so it's pretty.
You know when the crocodiles
they
growl in the
rumble
water?
in the water? Have you seen that video?
God, it's so scary.
Yeah.
They do this thing and it sounds like it's coming from in like their throat or their stomach or something, but it literally shakes the water around them.
It's like vibrates.
Nope. So scary. Put that in the aesthetic video.
Then he's yanking my clothes off, frenzied, ravenous, and I'm on that heaving wave again. The rest of the world is a dark smudge around me. He yanks me to the bed, tosses me back. He reaches between us, teasing my ass with the brush of his fingers. And it takes everything in me not to blow right then and there. Oh my God. Promise me you won't bite? I promise, he says, easily as if our entire history hasn't been established on the fact that we like to hurt one another. Go slow, I warn him. I know. Oh my God. I know how to fuck a tight ass, Captain.
Duh, Captain.
Rock,
Does he call him Captain, like sexually only?
Yeah, does he only refer to him as Captain?
Does he say aye, Captain?
Oh.
When he comes?
No.
Yeah.
Yeah. Or did he say, "There she blows"?
Land ho.
That's when he's entering.
So he knows how to steer the ship. Got it? Okay.
Yeah. I jerk us both, and his dick swells in my grip as he huffs out a desperate breath. "You keep doing that, Captain," he says, "and I will be blowing in your hand before I have a chance at your ass." Is that what you want? I ask him. To have all of me? I don't want to sound so needy, but there is nothing I want more than to hear him admit to his desire. Yes, he says, then do it. He leans back on his knees. There it is, a glass bottle in his hand, and he uncorks it, filling the other palm with a clear, slippery liquid. Is this like old-timey lube?
Oh my God, that is not where my mind went.
I was so like, oh no. Okay,
what fucking old-fashioned fantasy dildo situation? Oh my God. Glass? Ugh.
I was like, okay, it's lube. Okay, it's just old-timey lube.
Oh,
okay.
thank God, he's just going to fuck his ass.
Just anal.
Do you bring lube with you everywhere you go?
Are we in our anal era? What the
I
fuck
think
is going on?
We went from cum to anal.
Well, it's Pride Month.
That's true.
That's true. And tentacles. And the goldfish. Recorking it, he tosses the bottle. It thuds to the floor. Then he clamps his clean hand over my mouth. My startled breath huffs out. His green eyes meet mine and flare yellow. It's your turn to shut the fuck up. He's serious now, his voice deep and raspy. You get 6 words. More, harder, stop, slower, God, fuck. Now stop being so difficult and let me take care of you, all right? Then he flips me over to my stomach and I clutch at the twisted blankets, losing
Clutch
myself.
at pearls?
He's clutching.
Okay, now go forward.
I'm not done.
Oh, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Oh.
He's clutching at the blanket, losing myself in the sway of the wave as the crocodile. They're riding the cosmos. My mortal enemy pressed his cock into my ass. All right, then we flip ahead a bunch of
Keep
pages.
flipping.
Past
Flip,
Get
flip.
out of here, Wendy. Get the
Well, no, we're
There she
bringing in
blows.
Wendy.
Now we bring in Wendy.
She's like, oh, I forgot my,
Oh, yeah, like
she barges in the room.
she's
she's
the queen.
like-
She can go anywhere she wants.
well, and she's like, y'all didn't chase me enough. Hello, I was being dramatic.
I've been in the hallway. What the fuck?
What the
I've been
fuck?
running around the stairs.
He's just like, well, she ran away. And
I
she's
only
like,
have one shoe.
I didn't look for her, but I didn't see her.
okay, so Wendy barges in.
And Rock's like, doesn't anybody knock?
And they've already been fucking.
They're in the middle.
He's inside.
Literally,
Yeah.
he put his in,
His dick in his asshole.
and then she walks in.
The charades.
Oh.
We need to do sex charades.
That should be
So-
the thumbnail. Ready, everyone?
You have, okay, so you have two choices. Who's saying this?
Rock.
Rock, okay. He's talking to, now this is from Wendy's POV.
Wendy's POV.
Correct.
This might be better with the pink and blue highlights.
Yeah, this is.
Yes, I think
All
that's
right,
better with
so
this.
Rock is blue.
Yeah.
You have two choices. He tells me. His hair damp and mussed, his lips red and swollen, his cock soaking wet. My pussy, God, Wendy, I don't, you know.
Wendelin.
I'm upset that I like picture the animated.
No, don't.
I'm also
in
upset.
the
No.
little nighty. Oh,
No, she's a queen.
she's grown up.
She's
Okay.
220 years old.
So she's Maggie Smith in Hook. When Wendy gets old,
Sure.
that's what happens in Hook. Remember, she's like, "I'm the original Wendy. I just got old."
You didn't want to picture a kid, so now you're picturing.
I can't. And so I got to go in the middle. I don't know. Well, I don't know. Use your own imagination.
Kaya Gerber.
Oh, okay.
Good?
I'm back.
Zendaya.
My pussy clenches at the sight of him. It remembers quite well what it was like to be fucked by him. I never would have thought I'd be jealous of James. Is that Hook?
Oh, that's Hook. Captain James Hook.
Oh, right.
It's been 200 years, and she's like, I remember what that
She's
feels
like,
She hasn't been.
it's been
in
missing.
200 years?
Been yearning
Girl.
for James and Rock. I never thought I'd be jealous of James getting that part of Rock. I thought they hated each other more than anything else in the world. One, Rock says, you come over to the bed and you join us. My mouth drops open.
Scandalized.
Two, you sit on that chair and you watch. Oh, those are the two choices.
Yeah.
Okay. Skip. James climbs off the bed and comes over. He too is naked. His cock so hard.
What? He's
It's-
naked.
It's pointing at her. The tip is glistening.
It's okay.
He takes a chunk of my hair in my hand with a little ribbon and my hair, yanks my head back and kisses me. All of the tension melts from my body.
Boneless.
I've missed you all of the days that have stretched between then and now. If I'd known you were here, pregnant with my baby, I would have come, Wendy darling.
Oh, yeah.
I would have saved you or died trying. She's like, well, you didn't fucking try.
Well,
Yeah.
he didn't know.
Yeah?
He
So?
did not know.
He also
So,
thought that she like
figure it
was
out.
gone, and she's like, I was literally just in the other room.
It's like 2
She-
blocks down.
I had to do a dramatic run.
He asked her, him and Crocodile asked her to stay.
Yeah.
And she said no. And she went with Peter Pan to
Oh.
go back to the mortal land because she did
And then
not.
Peter was like, "Psych, I'm taking you over here."
I think it was an accident. Something
I
happened.
gotta stop real quick. My friend has something for me.
yeah,
I'll be
I-
right back.
Pick up my CDs.
I think it was more like a portal jump situation. I don't
That's
really
what
know.
I was gonna say. Yeah.
What is it like? The second star to the left, and then you go on to Neverland. Isn't that like the little?
I don't
song?
know, but yes.
Yes,
Yeah.
something like that.
I'm sorry we didn't come. James tells me, but we're here now.
You're gonna come now.
He unties my robe, yanks it from my body, then wraps his hand and his hook around my thighs, hoisting me up into his arms. I'm like, is the side of your hook as like a shelf?
Maybe he has like a rubber safety on it, so it's not.
It's the cork
like a
from the
thimble.
lube. I just put it on there.
cork.
We bang against the wall. The thin straps of my nightgown slip from my shoulders and my breasts hit the air. Dump them out.
Dump 'em out.
Dump him out.
Nipples peeking.
Okay.
James takes one in his mouth. His tongue slides over the tight bud.
Does he pierce her nipple with his hook?
Oh,
That's the second book.
for real?
I don't know.
Oh,
Yes.
Yes. And I arch my back, eager for more of him. When my eyes drift open, refocus, I spot Rock behind us, watching.
Mm-hmm.
Eating peanuts. Yeah. I hold out my hand for him, panting as James uses his hook to tear off my panties.
She wants some peanuts.
She's like, can I have?
Share.
I need. My pussy is throbbing, dripping wet. To have them both at the same time, it's so illicit, so wrong. I haven't been this turned on in forever. Please, I beg Rock. Rock puts his mouth to James's ear. Don't go easy on her, Captain. I would suspect the queen needs to be properly fucked. Rock adds, and then, taking Rock's orders, James plunges harder inside of me. Okay, so then now we're at Rock's POV.
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
I stroke my cock from base to head until it's rock hard and soaked. I get in behind the captain, and as soon as he senses the heat of my cock, he slows his thrusting, widening stance to give me his ass.
I can't stop picturing him in the turtleneck with the fanny pack.
With no pants.
His little pants unbuttoned. The captain pushes his, and I keep picturing the captain in his little doilies of like a red robe with his little
his
socks.
fucking fake hair.
Yeah. The captain pushes his hips forward, fucking Wendy with a hard thrust, and when he rocks back, pulling out of her, I sink in. So are they like centipede?
Wendy is
against the wall.
Charades are back.
Captain's inside of her.
Rock is from behind. Fucking Captain in the ass.
Oh, I honestly didn't even try to figure out the logistics. I was just
Didn't that happen?
surfing the cosmos.
Sure, for a good
Not
time,
a
not a long
diagram
time.
in sight.
Doesn't that happen in?
They had a human centipede it in one of the books.
In Hook.
Pucking around.
Probably.
Sure.
I can't look at any hockey player now without being like, they fuck. Like
She's on top of Mars, and then
Someone else is inside Mars.
I think
no,
so.
he's inside of her in the butt, and then Caleb is fucking him in the ass.
Yeah. It's like a relay race.
Yeah.
That's just a lot.
That's a human centipede.
The captain pushes his hips forward. Fucking Wendy with a hard thrust, and when he rocks back, I sink in. He huffs out a startled breath and collapses into Wendy. She readjusts one arm around his neck, her other hand on my shoulder, bracing herself. The captain's hole takes half of me, and his tight ass is fucking Nirvana.
Nirvana.
Woo!
Is that another vagina?
Yeah.
Okay.
Nirvana. The captain pumps into her, every one of his movements a back and forth dance. Fuck, Wendy. Rock back, fuck me. Oh my God. Wendy breaths out.
Oh my God.
I can't believe we're doing this. I push two of my fingers into the captain's mouth, and he takes me eagerly.
You're hooking the captain's
He's
mouth.
basically hooking the
Hooking
hook. Hooking hook. That's book 5. Swirling his tongue around me. When I pop them back out, I sink the wetness into Wendy's clit. She moans long and loudly, her fingers tightening on my bare shoulders. I'm close, she warns. Me too, the captain says. I want to hear you both come. I order them. Let me feel your pleasure. The captain's pace picks up, and Wendy's body knocks against the wall, and every one of his thrusts, and every time he pulls out of her, he takes me closer and closer to my own edge. I swirl my 2 fingers around Wendy's clit, and her body tightens up. Her breathing shallower. Oh, fuck. Oh, fuck, she says. And then she's shouting through the orgasm, her body writhing against the wall. The muscle in the captain's shoulders dimples as his own body tenses up, giving and taking. Captain's getting it.
Getting it.
Everywhere.
He's busy everywhere.
He's a busy business boy.
That's a busy business boy.
He's getting it. He's taking it, giving
He's
it.
hooking it. He's trying to hold her up, too. When he spills inside of her, his breathing heavy and stilted, There is nothing in the world that could stop me from joining him. I'm so fucking ready to fill him up. One hand wrapped around his throat, the other on his hip. I drive into his tight, wet ass and spill a load so fucking big, it'll be dripping out of him for days. Oh my God. That's not even like the Lost Boys. That's not even like...
Dude, this book is so tame compared to those fucking books, too.
Oh my God. I'm
Damn.
like lightheaded from that.
Damn. You know what was so funny is while you were reading, I was looking at Vanessa, and I feel like it was like watching your kid at like a school play or something with your little video camera, because you're sitting there like,
and then it's going to spill out of him for days.
oh my God.
You did such a good job.
You did really good.
That was a lot.
That was a lot.
I know. I really had to...
And that we edited out a lot.
A lot.
You did good. I did not do so good on the...
Sometimes you just don't want to edit.
Sometimes you just go, I can't tell.
But I loved the banter when they were like, when he says like, you only have 6 words. I was like, that is like the best quote ever.
Yeah.
So I was like, I have to include that. I had to include like them getting prepped, the lube thing.
The glass bottle that made us go, oh my God.
And then Wendy busting in on them. Like I didn't even put any of that in there, but she literally walks in and she's like, oh my God. And they're literally like in the throes.
She's like, excuse me.
She's about to leave. And then he's like, don't go.
Nobody fucks in my kingdom without me being invited.
Yeah. She's like, I'm jealous.
Damn.
What the fuck else happens?
Is there like a big war?
There is.
Of course,
well,
yeah.
Did she get pregnant again?
No. I mean, not in this book, but basically the king dies and he has a son that doesn't like her.
Yeah.
And so he wants to be king and they kind of battle it out.
Yeah. This is very like gold dust and then Cody Rhodes and
Oh yeah.
I don't know
Back
any
to
of
wrestling.
they're bros.
Okay,
but then Dusty Rhodes was the father, as you know.
Dusty Rhodes was
Dusty
Cody
Rhodes.
Rhodes' dad?
And Gold
Is
Dust.
he still alive? Did Dusty Rhodes die?
We just found out he died. Woo.
Like just now?
No,
No,
that
you
was Ric
you
Flair.
told us. Woo.
Oh.
Anyway,
Anyways.
so there's a big war. There's some sort
the
of
king died. Yeah.
Yeah.
Sorry.
And then there's a
miss
war.
him.
I mean, that's pretty much
And they're
it.
all in love and they're fucking and they love fucking.
Well, there's also still, like you said, like there's a lot of the other books that people can read and they can read the rest of this, but
There's a lot missing that we didn't even talk about.
yeah. So
obviously.
there's a lot for the readers to read about.
We literally just talked about the banter and the buildup of how they became together. So really, there's so much more
And also
story.
just like which is why I love this show, is that I don't have to read the books now, but I got an insight into like something that happens in Neverland, and it's fun and exciting.
Yeah.
What do the good people at Goodreads think?
So they had a lot to say. And I think, like I said, it was because people liked the other books so much. And it's funny because a common complaint, the series is called The Vicious Lost Boys or something like that.
Okay.
It's like the Never King, Vicious Darling, the Dark One, the Fae Princes. Everybody talks, a lot of the complaints about those books is that there's too much sex. And it's literally just a nonstop
Porn. Fuck fest.
Yeah, fuck. But there is a lot of plot, surprisingly. But in this one,
that was a lot of world building we had to do.
yeah, in this one, it was like there was barely any sex. Literally, it was that scene and the blowjob scene, and that was it.
Oh, okay.
Whoa.
Which was crazy considering all of her other books are like similar number of pages.
What else are
Yeah.
Lost Boys gonna do but fuck each other? They're
Yeah.
all stuck on a
Lost.
little island forever.
So I think that was like everybody was like, where's all the sex, you know? And then I think also, like I said, another common complaint was
There's too much sex.
no, that this felt rushed.
Okay.
Yeah,
there wasn't
okay.
enough like build up between them. So
She's like, look, we've been referencing it 200 years prior.
yeah. So Brenner John, the concept of Rock and Hook is vastly superior to the Never King. So she's saying, which was a lot of things that people were saying, is that everybody really liked their characters and wanted more of their dynamic, which isn't saying much because she obviously didn't like the book. But it fell right into some same issues that the other one had. The poly stuff is just not believable. Rock and Hook as a solo, yeah.
They seem pretty into each other.
Soul, it's spilling out for days.
Yeah.
Well, I think it's just
and
like
he hooked her clit.
Yeah.
Hand hooked his
I think it's
mouth?
just the quickness.
Oh, that she's like, I want to fuck, and they're like, okay, let's all fuck. But
Yeah.
they
And
had
you
200
abandoned me.
years.
Yeah.
Hey, there you are. Get in here.
Yeah, but she was like, I missed it. I had your fucking baby. Like,
Well, they didn't know.
yeah.
But she knew. That's
Yeah.
why she was like, I'm ready to fuck. I've been here with Ric Flair. Woo. But like, and it sucks. You know, he's dying and he doesn't
Yeah.
fuck. He's
Yeah.
not Hook or
Okay.
Croc.
So Rock and Hook as a solo pairing in this book is the book's strength, but I know it's a lot asking from a straight author. This book will probably get mindlessly hyped by like the Never King because I doubt most of their readers are queer. She's like, focus on the gay sex for book 2. That's why we're all here. So I think that's kind of like, I feel like they should have had more of Rock and Hook's relationship before they
okay.
threw Wendy in.
Yeah, like how Mars shows up and you're like, another? Like, oh my God.
Yeah, like
Yeah.
I was just getting used to the other
Dynamic,
two.
yeah.
And I wanted more. And I think that's
Yeah.
kind of what people were saying.
I could see if they had divided it up where then it's like maybe there's like their, you know, moment that they start fucking. But then for Wendy immediately to jump in.
Well, and especially from the old books, all the books end on such a cliffhanger that I was surprised that it wasn't like this buildup of them two together trying to find Wendy. And then they find Wendy at the end.
Yeah.
And then all the stuff about her husband and her stepson and what's going on with her could have been book 2.
Okay.
You know, we could have had a build up with Hook and Rock on their own, and then she could have came in book 2
Oh,
She
yeah.
comes back and she's going to challenge him for the title.
of
Ooh.
heavyweight
Like
or
if they had
whatever.
done
I
that
don't
where it
even
was
know.
them kind of coming together to find Wendy and the cliffhangers at the end they find her.
Yes.
They got a ladder match and who's going to
Yeah.
win. Yeah.
Yeah.
But you know what? I didn't write the book, and this person wrote more than I could imagine. So shout out
Kinsey
to you.
said,
Nirvana.
so since this book is so new, let me see.
Came out in May.
Yeah,
Dang.
it only has, it's 4.2 stars, but only 4,000 reviews.
Oh, okay. Okay.
So obviously there's not a lot of 1-star reviews because a
It's a
lot
good
of these
book.
people are super fans of the author and the series, and obviously there's some that are not. That was those 1 stars that I already read, but Kinsey said 2.5 stars, but in the best way.
Oh, that's sweet. Is that like when they leave us 2.5 stars? In the best way.
In the best
you fucking suck and you're annoying and talk about a book more.
Yeah, like I don't like you, I don't hate you, but like I like you enough to leave a review that's not
In the
very
best
good.
way.
Not
Yeah.
very good.
But like in the best
I
way,
love
like
it.
I hate your fucking voice.
Same.
Heard it.
Lily says, okay, so I know the story of Wendy and all that, but it definitely felt throughout the whole book I was accidentally reading book 2. Maybe there
what we
should have been
did.
like a quick novella before, because the context to Rock and Wendy and Hook's relationship is very rushed. The whole book felt very rushed, felt very unsatisfying somehow. So
She didn't finish.
She didn't get hooked. She's not going to be dripping for days. Well, I enjoy that book. I felt like that was a good change up because I was kind of thinking on the way here, like, oh, God, okay, we got milked. We got butt stuff. We got stuff.
Don't worry.
Pillows.
We got more of that.
Don't worry, we got a lot more. But then I'm like, oh, this is like, I feel like this is a good amount of fantasy world building because I could take.
yes.
I was
Visuals.
thinking, I can't tell if it helped or hurt a lot that we knew something about Peter Pan,
Yeah.
Yeah.
something about Hook, because we were like, wait, what
I
the
think
fuck?
it was just that it was confusing the way that they changed the storyline a little bit.
Yeah.
How Wendy is not the original darling. They'd never even mentioned what her name was. So I think that kind of confused people. And then in the movie, Wendy and Peter are in love, but in this one, Wendy is in love with Hook and Crocodile.
Plus,
So it
Taylor's
changes-
song Peter just came out about
Ah.
Lost You to the Lost Boys era of your life and all that, you know. It's,
Really?
it's Wendy saying goodbye to Peter. Yeah.
Is that
Through
for real?
Which
Taylor?
is the callback to Cardigan when she says, you know, no, you wanted to
I'm
change
out.
the ending. Peter losing Wendy. Excuse me. You get back in here.
You get back in here.
I love
Wendy.
Taylor Swift.
Wendy, we've been looking for you.
Hello.
I just broke my camera.
I love that.
Oh my God, same.
It's but you know what? Sometimes you have to think about things differently when you're. Would this be considered fanfic?
I guess, yeah.
Sure.
Well, because it's a continuation of an original story or like a different side of an original story.
But there's no Omegaverse in it.
That doesn't happen.
That's the next
There's
part.
no Hermione. But yeah.
I loved it.
Fun. I had fun. I didn't fully understand what was happening, but I really enjoyed it.
Yeah. If you understood what was happening,
tell us we're dumb.
let us know.
Oh my God.
Explain it to us in a nice way, but in a way that we're like, oh, okay, got it.
Right.
You can like and subscribe. Tell your friends. Tell Peter if you help him find a shadow.
Tell every woman in your family, all your descendants.
Every
crocodile.
descendant. Oh yeah, tell a crocodile.
Tell all the cannibals in your life.
Tell Captain Hook.
Yep.
Tell the people at Disney about it. Tell anybody you want. Tell your book club. Tell your friends. Tell your mom. Who cares? Like and subscribe at Clutch My Pearls Pod everywhere on the internet. Patreon.com Clutch My Pearls. And you can send us an email, clutchmypearlspod@gmail.com. Leave us a review. And for everyone on Patreon, see you Monday. For everyone else, see you next Tuesday. Bye. Woo! Woo! Woo!